Hey, what's going on? I'm Gary.
And I'm Andrew.
And today we want to introduce to you our newest team leader, Tyler Young. All right, so here at Brunners, we are thrilled to announce the promotion of our newest team leader, my nephew, your son, Tyler Young.
Woo!
You like that poem?
Yeah.
My nephew and your son, Tyler Young. So, folks, Tyler, Tyler has grown up in the landscaping industry for sure. This kid has dealt with the ups and the downs. He's
following dad around, just being my cleanup guy. God, I don't want to be here.
I mean, this kid started out rolling the parking lot for nails.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but with that, landscaping started to become his passion. The kid's always loved plants.
Mm-hmm.
He's always been good at it.
We should see his house. It looks like Cox Arboretum.
Really? It actually does. So with that, today I want to talk about Tyler. It's a different format than it was on the other videos in the past where I introduced Rockstars, but now that I got a co-host, we can change things and actually delve in and talk about some of these rock stars that we want to introduce. So since we know Tyler's, like, obviously, I see you threw your note cards away.
Yeah.
But let's start off by talking about Tyler as a kid. I guess I better talk into the microphone because I think I moved away. But nonetheless, let's talk about Tyler as a kid. He was always such a sweet kid, like almost too sweet sometimes.
He would get very sensitive and and upset when things were like anything sad on TV or any kind of animals hurt in any way. He loved his cat Church to death.
That cat ran away so many times.
I know. I've looked for that cat more times than I can count.
One of the things that always made me very happy with Tyler and showed how sweet he was so those of you that don't know, I have a son that has Down syndrome, Tyler's cousin, Gavin. And when Gavin was really little, I mean, Tyler,
this is his buddy.
He coddled him, took care of him, how nobody messed with him. So like when Tyler played football and I coached him, they made Gavin a jersey that was 78.5.
Yep.
which was pretty cool.
You ought to frame that.
I have the picture.
Okay.
So, but with that, he's just always been a really sweet kid.
Oh yeah. Unless you're listening to him play video games, then that's a different story.
His love for plants started out when he was a kid too, though, because he always liked going out and helping his mom put the annuals in, helping you with stuff like that.
Trying to push the push mower around.
Yeah, he tried. It took him a little bit to catch on, but
now he's 6 inches taller than me.
And like a lot of service professionals, though, Tyler too, he hated school. It was not something he was good at.
Now he's a hands-on learner like me.
Excuse me. He's hands-on. He hated writing. He's not stupid.
Absolutely not.
The kid's freaking crazy smart. He knows plants way better than I do, and he's only 20 years old, and I've been doing this for almost 20 years now.
Right.
But I tell you what, that kid's interest in the groundskeeping industry is just phenomenal. And
oh yeah.
First off, as his uncle, thank you. I mean, you raised him right.
I think so. I get compliments from people quite often that he's a good boy.
I couldn't have asked for a better person to be the father of my nieces and nephews.
I appreciate that.
I hope that Emery turns out that way too. It looks as if he likes being on the mowers.
Oh yeah. That and he's basically Bam Bam. If he can bludgeon it with his toy bats, he's in there like swimwear.
That kid is all boy with hair down to his butt. It's actually the. Do you mind if I show a picture right now of him?
Oh no, you can put it up. He looked like he was in Star Wars on one of the speedster things.
Right. All right, so that's enough about talking about Tyler as a kid.
Oh yeah. Well, we skipped over a little bobblehead football player. That was one of my favorites. But anyway.
All right, folks, it's that time again for the Brunner's Customer Service Corner. And today, Andy, we want to talk about how we home grow our team leaders at Brunner's Lawn and Services. I think it's important that we promote from within.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, it helps. They've already gone through the beginnings of what we look for and what we want our properties to look like. So they have a good baseline of what we want, and then they begin to learn. What?
Talk into the microphone, Andy.
I thought I was. Cheesy Pete's.
All right. But yeah, so, yeah.
No, you messed me up. Not it's good. They have a good baseline. They already have a rapport with their guys, and when they get to that level where they feel that they're ready, we talk to them all the time about whether or not they're ready to move into a more important role in directing team members. So it's good to have them start off in the lower end of things, so they learn everything and they feel comfortable.
One of the things I found at our company, we have never had success hiring somebody that was a team leader at another company.
It just hasn't worked out in the long run, and that may be learning curve and how we do things. We're a little bit different than your average landscaping company, I think. Maybe because we're all weird. I don't know.
The island of misfit toys. I stand by it.
Yep.
I got to stop saying
It's okay.
That's video 101 to stop saying But anyways, so we hired a gentleman from another company years ago, and he was a childhood friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
We brought him in. The way that our competition does stuff is so much different than us. Like you said, the way our competition does stuff, the majority of them, not all of them, there are some really good companies out there, but there's a lot of companies. It's strictly about money. Mm-hmm. It's not about, like, if they lose an HOA, that HOA was just a number. They're on to the next one.
Right.
With us, retention is everything.
Mm-hmm.
Relationship is everything. I don't foresee Brunner's Lawn and Services in our lifetime ever being so big that the owners aren't involved. I said it again. Some of our property managers, the fact that they deal with the owners as the accounts managers and stuff like that makes a big difference.
Well, you'll see me crawling through mulch beds just as much as other things. So,
I mean, I'm 45 years old. I have plenty of work life left in me. I grew up poor.
Yeah.
I don't need to be a millionaire. So therefore, I'm no different than my team.
Right.
And that's why we keep our good team leaders. And some of our good team leaders probably wouldn't have been good team leaders at other companies. It's how we develop them.
Yeah, and I mean, I think like you were saying, we just haven't had luck because other companies do things differently than we do. So it's that learning curve and coming in and changing their ways is a little uncomfortable. So that it's learned behavior on that end, and it's hard to get around that sometimes.
One of the coolest things that I think we do, so we used to have this 70-page freaking employee manual, and every attorney, every big company would say, oh, you got to have that. Screw that. We have a culture playbook. Mm-hmm. That culture playbook identifies our core values of integrity, dependability, and respect. And in that culture playbook, there's not a set of rules, it's a set of culture items.
Right.
Like, don't call in. Don't steal people's things. If you break something, tell us about it so we can fix it.
Honesty. Just
be honest.
Be straightforward.
If it's not yours in the fridge, don't take it.
Yeah.
That means beer or soda or water. I don't drink beer anymore. 15 pounds of ground beef. Or 15 pounds of ground beef. And I think I know who did it, but I'm not going to say his name. It is what it is. He needed it more than you.
Yeah, it'll be all right.
At our company, we're one of those. If you need something, ask us.
Oh, yeah. I've gone and fixed guys' cars and their driveways. I've helped move people from one state darn near to another.
Yeah, I mean, that culture playbook is everything. And another thing we do that helps grow within that we've already said about Tyler is we have a groundskeeper training program that goes from everything from being able to blow off a sidewalk to running a walk-behind mower to a stand-on mower to a bobcat to mulching. It has everything.
45-foot boom lift and chainsaws. And
I mean, so I'm still in the development stage of our team leader playbook, or team leader training, because I want it to be perfect and I want our team leaders to be involved in creating it.
Right.
But our groundskeeper training program, we've been trying to hit on that for years. We finally nailed it. We finally nailed it. And one of the problems that I'm finding at least, is Ohio, at least Dayton, is so much different in cost than the rest of the state. So wages in Dayton are about 10 to 15% less than if you go to Columbus or you go to Cincinnati. What we pay for an entry-level groundskeeper is right on for our area, but you go 20 miles south and it's not high enough. So cost of living in the Montgomery County, Miami Valley area is actually a little bit lower than the rest of the state. So when guys come in, it's not the pay that keeps them. It's the culture that keeps them.
Yeah, the environment, the camaraderie. We do goofy trips with guys. We go fishing. We go bowling. Kayaking.
We have cookouts, of which it's BYOB, BYOS,
Yep.
whatever.
We've had big family events and other goofball things that we've done at the office. Heck, that we have a basketball hoop out back, and it seems like there's 4 or 5 guys back there just goofing off at the end of their shift, and they've been there 2 hours after they were done working, off the clock, just hanging out. So,
well, I'm a firm believer that I would rather the team hang out with us, hang out at our shop. If they drink too much or something after work, we'll get them a ride home. We don't have to worry about DUIs, things like that.
I got enough cots in the attic. They can just sleep there if they need to.
Exactly. So, folks, let's close out our customer service corner. At Brunner's, we home grow our team leaders. Our team leaders understand the importance of quality. They understand the importance of integrity, dependability, and respect. And if they don't fit our culture, they're not on your property. And I want to put a disclaimer out there. Brunner's does not hire violent criminals or pedophiles.
Sex offenders in general would be a better way of saying that.
And that doesn't mean that those individuals don't deserve a second chance. It doesn't.
No.
But we work at properties that there are children. So we have to protect
across the
our
street and
communities.
very close to schools and other places.
We have to protect our communities. I like to say that we try to hire second chance employees because we do. But there are those instances and those crimes that unfortunately in our industry we can't hire them, and I apologize for that. But.
Well, and that's not just because of the safety of clients and people around. It's for the safety of our crews, our crew members' comfortability. The overall morale. I mean, we have a diverse group of people working for us, so if it makes one guy in the group uncomfortable, then that brings everything down, and it's not a great idea in that case.
So that's it, folks. Brunner's Customer Service Corner. We home grow.
Yep.
We home grow our team. So
littering.
Let's move on, folks, to Tyler as a teenager.
Oh, goody.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't bad.
He really wasn't. Tyler's never been that kid that snuck out.
Either that or he was really good at it.
Yeah. And I one thing in regards to Brunner's, Tyler loved working in the spring and the summer, and he worked for minimum wage, and you would have thought that he was making $20 an hour the way that kid worked.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler's always worked above and beyond, even grown men that work for us. It's actually one of those proud moments for me to watch him. And like last month, Haley was the Rockstar, and her too. Them two have it. They have definitely been taught work ethic.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like Haley's been on lawnmowers since, she could walk almost.
Yeah. And at our company, it's always seemed, and this is another thing that makes me really proud of Tyler. It's always seemed that he's played second fiddle to Haley. And I say that because back when he was younger, Haley knew how to run the lawnmowers.
Oh, well.
Tyler didn't. So there was always more work for Haley than there was Tyler because the landscaping would start to fizzle out.
Right. And that was, he was working in the summertime and, on breaks. And, he always worked with me, so he was doing the landscaping where I didn't really feel safe. I mean, riding on a lawnmower is a little safer than swinging a hedge trimmer around. It's you can take fingers off or cut parts of you and what you're doing off, and it's a little bit more difficult, more finesse in small areas. I mean, not saying lawn mowing isn't finesse. Don't kill me, Josh.
He will. He will, because Josh eats, sleeps, and poops lawn mowing.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, so Tyler literally had to crawl, walk, and run before he could sprint at our company. And we really did. I mean, we baby stepped him, which has worked out well.
And he wasn't sure for the longest time if he wanted to do this more than just part-time. And, didn't know if he wanted it to be full-time. After he graduated, that's when he ended up coming on full-time. And so far, I mean, I think he really likes it. Like I said, his house is covered in plants. He's got plants all over his bedroom,
Well, when he graduated, one of the things he came to me and talked to me about was like, hey, Uncle Gary, so-and-so's offering me almost $20 an hour to do the same thing. And I asked him, I was like, are they taking taxes out? No. Do you have a chance to get promoted? Well, I don't know. Are you going to learn everything that you need to know to actually be a horticulturist and go work somewhere else? Because one of the things at our company, at least me, so since my niece, your niece, my nephew, your son, since they work for us, I'm trying to make sure that they have the ability to go somewhere else. I don't want all of their eggs to be in our basket. So I want to make sure that if something happened and Brunner's closed tomorrow, that we could get them a job at one of our good competitors doing the same thing. And our competitor would know, like these two kids, they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot about
when he was thinking about it, I told him it wouldn't necessarily be a bad idea to go test the waters and see if the grass is greener on the other side. I mean, he's been working with Dad and both his uncles for years, so to see what it's like somewhere else, to know that it's nice to come home. We've had that happen where guys have thought the grass was greener and then left for a week.
Recently.
A week, and then can I come back?
And and that individual team leader went to
one
of our biggest competitors right now, and he came back, and now he's kind of been pumped into like an assistant production type of a. It
kind of lit a fire under him, I think.
Yeah.
Seeing that like I said, the grass wasn't greener on the other side of the fence.
Well, he too. So, folks, I'm talking about Mitchell. He was he will be introduced on another video at some point, but Mitchell, one of our team leaders, he went to work for one of our competitors and came back and was like, dude, the culture here is
it's
so much
different.
better. And this is one of the things that one day I'm hoping that when we pass the torch of the business on to Tyler and Haley, that they keep it going, that people work for Brunner's because they want to.
Yeah.
And
want to come to work. I mean, you may know your day is going to be probably kind of crappy because it's kind of cold or rainy. It's April, so
yeah. And we like with Tyler, the kid never quit, and he's always trying to learn something new. And we try to promote that at our company too. Like we have Jacob, our production manager, studying to get a certified grounds technician with PGMS. Matt, our landscaping production manager, he eventually is going to go take it. He's just really busy right now. But he's got his OSHA certification.
He's doing all the OSHA certifications, the second tier or whatever it is, OSHA certification.
I mean, you're wanting to get your arborist. I'm going to get something. I have my bachelor's degree. That's something. But I need to get some more certifications in our industry. Josh, he may not have a bunch of certifications, but that dude can tell you what's in every single article of every single landscaping magazine that's out there. The dude, he can't read a book, but he can't put a magazine down.
That's just because he's ADD.
Well, I think it's also he used to work in the printing industry, so he spent his life reading magazines.
Yep.
But nonetheless, Tyler is a teenager, good kid, worked his butt off, and that brings us to Tyler as a groundskeeper to a team leader. He legitimately worked his way from the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
Like we said earlier, he would push our magnet around the building.
You'll pay me $20 if I roll this? Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Off he goes.
And like we said, when he was a teenager, and this is transferred as an adult, he's always wanting to learn. Like he had never plowed snow before, right? This season, he jumped in our tractor. He plowed our biggest property with ease, and then came back to the shop, grabbed our extra plow truck, and said, "Hey, where can I go plow to learn some more?"
He stuck in headphones or the radio on rather, and just jammed out. Well,
he got promoted not because he was our relative, your son, my nephew. He got promoted.
I had nothing to do with that,
and neither did I.
I was proud of him, but I didn't have a say in any of it.
His production manager is the one that had everything to do with that. Everything, and that's the other thing. I don't want people to think that our kids.
No, I honestly have nothing to do with his day to day anymore. That's entirely the production manager for landscaping. Matt does the day to day stuff. So other than the good morning, son, did you bring me anything for breakfast? Okay, have a good day. It's I'm out of his way now for the most part.
Yeah.
Which lets him do his own thing, and he's not worried about whether or not I'm standing over his shoulder. So,
well, like with the plant you were talking about, his house, your office. And it's nothing from, and most of the plants in the office are from Tyler or Ryan,
or a lot of those are mine.
Some of them are from you, but
just in my little corner.
If they see really cool plants out at a property, Tyler snip a little piece of it and try to clone it. And get it to grow.
Asks.
But like we have a rose bush in our backyard that you actually cut off from somewhere, and the thing's huge.
Oh, well, that's actually, we removed it from one of the properties in Centerville, and it was so massive I split it into 5 chunks, and it's still living in 5 different places now.
It's huge in my backyard.
Yep.
But those are the things that Tyler's always tried to learn. And I mean, he's pretty much a clone of you when it comes to landscaping.
I think it annoys his mother, but
Yeah. Well, most of all, Tyler, you earned this.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He earned this.
And he's great with the customers. I have one specific customer that
the master gardener.
Yes, she's a master gardener. She's offered to adopt him, give him keys to her house. He asks him if he's hungry. Absolutely loves him to death.
Yep, and that's great because her husband's on the board. at the.
I don't think that really matters in the household, but still.
Well, if it's like my household, the husband doesn't matter. But anyways, so folks, at Brunner's Lawn and Services, like we said in our customer service corner, and like we're saying with Tyler, we home grow our team leaders. If you're looking for a company that actually cares about their team, that serves their clients and their team with integrity, dependability, and respect, give us a call at 937-681-4859. You can visit our website at www.brunnersltd.com, or you can leave a comment below, and I promise you, if you join the discussion, I will respond. If there is a discussion. There's never been a discussion. Nobody ever comments. But anyway, so we're going to close out. We're so proud of Tyler. Folks, if you see Tyler out on your properties, say hi to him. He's the tall, lanky kid with longer hair and a beard that's got some patches in it. But if you just yell, "Hey, Tyler!"
He comes by it natural,
Hey,
not really.
Hey, Tyler. He's yes. What can I do for you?
He's soft spoken.
Oh, he's a good kid. Good kid. And his girlfriend Aisha, she's really cool too. I like.
She keeps him in line.
Yeah. So
I hope we embarrassed you, son.
We have embarrassed him. So with that,
that's that.
Andy, our clients, they matter to us. Why?
Respect, integrity, and dependability.
No, because satisfaction matters.
Well,
you should have. Folks, I'm sorry. At Brunner's Lawn and Services, satisfaction
really does matter.
Right. Have a good day, folks.